Just a few feet of delicate rock stand between the scenic Del Mar rail line and the beach down below, where people often sunbathe and walk. It's also the area where officials want to move the rail line away from the beach into a tunnel. It would be a permanent solution to coastal erosion, halting train service. But those plans don't sit very well with some of Del Mar residents because they include an underground tunnel running under the town.
And who does not want a tunnel in Del Mar? Raise your hand.
Thank you.
During a recent city council meeting, Sandag gave residents an update on the low sand rail realignment project in Del Mar. 5 route options were presented, and 2 of them have been studied more seriously by Sandag. Deputy CEO Colleen Clemenson explains why.
So this just really helps to inform the process. It doesn't necessarily take anything else off the table. It just gives us this finer level of detail to really understand the constraints that we're dealing with in this project.
The state has given a $300 million grant to study the best options. The 2 routes that were analyzed run underneath 2 roads, Camino Del Mar and Crest Canyon.
And as we started to do that more detailed analysis, we came to understand that we didn't actually need as big a tunnel as we thought. It can actually be smaller.
But Clemenson says the analysis doesn't mean the other options are eliminated. Reverend Paige Blair Hubert is the director of St. Peter's Church, which is sandwiched between the 2 studied routes.
So we're pretty familiar with this soil, and we very recently did a construction project in which we dug an elevator shaft. And it was actually the most hairy part of the project.
Blair Hubert says before a shovel went into the ground, soil tests and engineering had to be cleared, but nothing predicted what they found once digging began.
The sides were coming in on themselves, and it was like they were trying to shovel glitter.
Her concern is what will come out of the environmental studies that have yet to be done.
If the soil is already problematic where they have the train tracks, and it's problematic because of the vibration and the use and all of that, and erosion, etc., then tunneling through the earth, creating erosion opportunities and more vibration opportunities, it just seems pretty problematic.
Some residents think it would be better to move the tracks near the I-5 freeway. But Clemenson with Sandag says the I-5 route comes with challenges.
With I-5, when you kind of look at some of the other options, it's further away from the existing rail corridor. So we have to build more infrastructure. That increases cost.
And Clemenson says more tracks mean a larger impact to homes and businesses.
We absolutely want to minimize the amount of property that has to be purchased, but we know no matter what with this project, there will be the need for property acquisition.
And longer rail lines means an increase in travel time too, which Sandag doesn't want. The train between San Diego and Orange County has been halted over and over again because of another trouble spot in San Clemente.
What's been happening is that individual sections will compete against each other for grants.
State Senator Catherine Blakespear says the responsibility for the 350-mile-long corridor currently falls among multiple agencies.
And they'll also make their own just internal decisions about whether the transit agency wants to make an improvement to that section.
Blakespear says the agencies need to come together and prioritize projects, not compete for funding. And right now, the attention falls on Del Mar. A final design for Del Mar won't be announced until 2026. Until then, Sandag plans on conducting studies and talking to the public. Tania Thorne, KPBS News.